sister and let her know. War of the Roses is starting right now on KDWB.
War of the Roses is featuring a piece of evidence that Ethan is going, wait a second, what is this all about? Because you start looking around and you find things, and it's like, oh, well, this doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. Ethan, thanks for being on War of the Roses on KDWB. Tell us a little bit of background on you, and I believe it's Anna, and then what happened. Why are you on War of the Roses? Ethan, what's up?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been in a relationship with Anna for a little over 6 months now or so.
Okay.
I was over at her house the other night, and I was sleeping. It was the middle of the night, and my eyes just kind of started burning. It happens. It's a long story. Anyway, I got up to look for eye drops because I thought she had some. She was still asleep, and I go into her bathroom, and I start opening up her drawers, and I look in like the drawer that's directly under the sink. And I found something, and I still am very confused and don't know how I feel about it.
Okay. What did you find under Anna's sink?
No, middle of the night, I was like, am I still dreaming? I open it up, and the bottle, it was bleach. I'm like,
Okay. All right. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but that is kind of a surprise, and it makes you think of all kinds of things. But you know that it was what you thought it was.
It said in very bold letters, intimate area skin lightening. So
intimate area skin lightening.
That's
so
what I heard,
I'm pretty sure I know what that means.
Yeah, but it actually said the words, those two words on there. Did it say on the package?
Yeah. I looked at it more, and I mean, I'm sure they were trying to hide it a little bit, but it did say those two words.
Okay, gotcha. And thanks for not repeating them over and over and over. I don't think we really need that, but people know you've heard it once.
I don't need it either.
So it was open, used, not used, what?
Well, that's the weirdest part, is it was a 3-pack. Like, it said that, too. Like, pack of 3, I don't know, it's probably a discount. But two of them were missing.
Okay.
Like, there was only one left.
And so what does that make you think? I mean, maybe she's working up a little surprise for you or something.
But I don't think with 2 whole bottles missing, and like they weren't there before, because like a couple weeks ago or something, I checked under the bathroom sink for a toilet brush, and I definitely would have noticed this in the way of the toilet brush.
Okay. And so it wasn't there before, and
so yeah, I'm like, is she doing this for someone else? Because it's not anything that we would need.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to choose my words.
No,
I get it.
I appreciate you being delicate, because we've had people on War of the Roses who blurt out all the fun facts, and it's like, okay, we got to bleep that part out. We got to cut that part out. That part's too disgusting, whatever. So to sum it up, you found it under the sink. What was the description on the package again?
Intimate area skin lightening.
Okay. You know it's not for you. She has not brought it up, so you're wondering if she's doing that for somebody else.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm a little nervous, but I really hope not. That's such a weird way to find out.
And I am impressed that you actually looked for a toilet brush to clean the toilet out rather than we were talking about dirty toilets on the show earlier this week, so I am proud of you, sir, for at least taking care of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a good boyfriend. I don't know why she would need someone else.
Well, let's find out. It could be an innocent explanation. Maybe she tried it. Maybe she didn't, whatever. But it's not something that's been there for a long time. We'll come back in a second. We'll make the phone call. We'll call Anna. Jenny will pretend that you're from her phone company and give her a survey and offer a couple's night out. What are the options, Jenny? What are you going to offer her?
I think this time we'll do something like wine and sip, or paint and sip.
Paint and sip. Okay, yeah.
For me, it's wine and sip.
Yeah, sip and then have some wine.
And I need to sip.
Yep.
And then maybe some axe throwing.
We'll figure it out. We'll call Anna and we'll give her the fake survey and then offer a couple's romantic date outing, and hopefully she'll choose you. So hang on, Ethan. We'll be right back.
Are they cheating? Let's find out. Part 2 of War of the Roses starts right now on KDWB.
Let me give you a little background in case you missed the first part of War of the Roses. So this guy calls in and he's like, okay, so at my girlfriend's house and I spend the night there sometimes and my eyes were itching middle of the night. Gets up to find eye drops because I guess he's got eye drops or shit, whatever. So he's looking in the drawer, not in the drawer. He looks underneath the sink, and underneath the sink is a package of body bleaching products.
Mm-hmm.
It is a 3-pack. One is missing, or 2 are missing, right?
Yeah, and it's for a very specific area.
Yeah. Yes. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to avoid saying that word over and over. So he's like, well, what is this? He's sure she isn't doing this for me. So we're going to call and see if she takes the survey. We reward her with a night out. Does she choose him for the couple's date or somebody else? Was the bleaching kit for him or was it for somebody else? Text messages, somebody says, doesn't necessarily mean she's doing anything. Probably just wants to make herself feel more confident.
Yeah.
Girls try different products all the time. I would break up with him for doing this to me on the radio.
That's
Laugh
very
emoji. This one says, I don't know. Sounds like he's being a little prudish and she's trying to sweeten the deal before asking to get freaky. Let's make the phone call on War of the Roses and we'll find out what's going on. Then we'll talk to Jonathan Fogel from Fogel Family Law to get his take on the whole thing. Here we go.
Thanks, Anna, for taking the time to do that survey. So, as a little bit of a prize for doing that, I have a little fun date night you can go on and a few options to choose from. I'm wondering if you want to do a paint and sip. We have axe throwing. We partnered with a local mini golf place. We could send you along to do some putt-putting. What are you thinking?
Oh, cool. I think mini golf would be fun.
Awesome. I love some mini golf. Okay, so I obviously have your information. Just wondering what the name is of the plus one you're going to bring along to that.
Yeah, Ethan.
Okay, awesome. Got that down.
Well, here's a surprise for you, Anna. All kinds of surprises coming at you, and it's all good news, I think. You have been bamboozled. There is no survey. That wasn't somebody from your phone company. This is the Dave Ryan Show on the radio over at KDWB. But we wanted to see who you would pick for your date night. And when I say we, I mean me and Jenny. That's Jenny from my show. And Ethan is listening in right now. Surprise.
Surprise, babe.
What is happening?
Yeah, I know. It's confusing. So let me back up a little bit. Ethan was concerned that you might be seeing somebody else and not just Ethan because of something that he found. Ethan, explain to Anna why you're here.
Yeah. So I know it was a little bit of a wild accusation. But basically the other night, I was in the bathroom and I was trying to find eye drops and I found bleach instead. And I've just been very confused since then, and I have no idea how to bring it up to you because I assume that wasn't for us, or I'm confused still.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me.
Do you need a minute? Do you need a minute, Anna, to compose yourself? Because
No.
you answered your phone 2 minutes ago, and now we're talking about bleach.
Hold on. That bleach is for Sarah. Sarah is one of my best friends. She wanted to try it for her boyfriend, and she wanted me to help. That is not mine.
She wanted
You
you
need
to
me
help.
to help?
That's interesting. This is reminding me, if you watch the Kardashians, there was a moment on that show where I believe Kourtney waxed Khloe's you-know-what area, and it was very strange to me. So I don't know too many people who do that kind of a intimate procedure for their family or friends. You might be the second person I've ever heard of doing something like this for a friend.
I mean, I guess it's weird. I don't know. I guess it's weird, but we've been friends since we were babies. So, none of this is.
That makes it weirder.
Does that make it weirder, or does that make... See, I was going to say, I thought it's like, oh, you must be lifelong friends to be familiar with, I can't even picture the scenario there in the bathroom, like bent over the tub or whatever situation, but you basically helped her do the whole bleaching thing.
Yeah.
And that wasn't weird to you?
It was a little weird, but like, you know, we're best friends.
How did it work? I mean, I don't want to get too intimate here into Sarah's backside, but did it work?
I mean, I guess so. Like, I didn't really see the after effects so much. I helped her with it, and that was the end. But
that was the end. Get it, Jenny? That was the end. So we're good to go then. So it was Sarah's, not yours. I wonder sometimes, Ethan, why when people find evidence on War of the Roses, they don't confront the person right away. Because if Susan found like that under my sink, she'd come right in. She'd be like, "What is this?" Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, "Oh, well, that's a friend of mine. I was helping him." No. Well, Ethan, are you happy?
Yeah, no, I'm for Sarah's sake. I'll just bring the evidence out next time rather than blasting it. But I want to say it's good news, but that just sounds wrong to say it's good news. But good news for me.
Good news for you, and that is War of the Roses on KDWB. People are talking about whether friends do things like that.
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, so for example, you might, I don't know, if your boyfriend has a black head on his back, you might he has hair on his back. You might pluck the hair off of his back. You might, help somebody insert a suppository. No,
probably not that.
I'm just throwing
probably
things
not
out.
That.
I'm just throwing things out.
Yeah.
Here's a text that says that's not weird at all. My friend and I wax each other, and I know many females that do this. My friend has helped me with, I don't want to mention this one because it just seems weird, but friends are texting and saying, yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, what?
I agree that some friends help each other out with situations like this. This specific thing, though, is very intimate. Like, I don't know.
About as intimate as it gets, yeah.
I would be surprised if a friend asked me to help them with that. But at the same time, I have a couple friends who, if we go on a girls' trip, they have no problem walking around naked in front of me.
I have an idea.
What?
Write it down, Jenny.
I don't know
We're
if I
going to
want
call your friend, what's her name, Luna?
Muna.
I've been calling her Luna all these years. It's Muna.
You've never called her Luna. It's Muna.
Okay, Muna. Ask her if she'll come over to help you with that.
Okay.
Not right now.
No, it was the same. Maybe not right now.
But record it.
Yeah.
And see what she says. Write it down, Jenny.
I will, and I'll tell you right away. She'll do it.
She would do it?
She would do it. Absolutely, she'd do it. That is probably my only friendship where we would do something like that for each other. But I would be hesitant to do it. Either way.
Well, of course you would, yeah. Now, if you were to ask Andrew, hold on, counselor. We got to
we have
counselor.
important questions.
Hey, Fogel. We're busy over here. Can you hold on for a minute?
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to join in the conversation. Hey, Fogel, I need a favor.
I feel like I have terrible friends because I can't think of any one of them that would do this for me.
I mean, you and I are good friends, but I don't think that, you know what, there's certain things, I don't know, I might help you, I don't know. No, I don't think I'd help you with anything, to be honest with you.
Maybe,
I don't think
I'd take me to the hospital if I hurt myself, but that's probably about as far as it goes, you know?
Do I have to drive to your house to pick you up? Because I'm kind of busy. All right, Jenny, we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But we'll write down. We're going to call Muna and ask her about that. Good morning, Jonathan. Jonathan Fogel is a family attorney. Jonathan always gives us his take in some legal stuff and some relationship stuff. Jonathan's been doing this for close to 30 years, so he definitely gets something out of every episode of War of the Roses and some advice for your relationship or your former relationship. I am challenging you to get something out of this bleaching episode. Jonathan, what do you got?
Well, I'm going to make a stretch here, right? And I guess there was no pun intended there either.
No.
But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about finding things, like discover. Right? He found this bleach under the sink, right? But we also have to find things when people are going through divorce, right? So we call that discovery.
Yes.
Because people hide things in divorce, right?
Oh, good segue. Seriously, that was smooth. Okay, discovery.
Yeah. And so, there's a lot of things that people don't think of, like looking at tax returns, because sometimes that will show maybe an IRA or an account that they're getting dividends. Or loan applications. When someone fills out a loan application for a car or a house, they have to put their assets down or debt. And one of the other things is credit reports. We look at credit reports because that will show what debts are in that person's name that they might not be disclosing. And I've seen some times where my client's name is on a debt that the other person took out without their knowledge.
So like a car loan or a motorcycle loan or something like that, or even just a credit card that they took out that you didn't know that they took out?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, sometimes they'll do it in the other person's name. They'll use their Social Security number, not tell them because they can't get the credit, so they use the other person's name. We found that several times where someone isn't even aware they have a debt in their name.
Wow. So then what happens? Are they liable for this debt that they didn't know about before they got divorced?
So, yeah, the tough thing is the court can't do anything for a third-party creditor, right? So if someone opens a credit card in someone else's name, someone like Discover or Visa or whatever, they can't force them to take their name off, but the court can order that the person that did that or acted inappropriately would be solely responsible for that debt.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
What else do we take away from War of the Roses today?
Well, today I want to talk about school. I know it's everyone's favorite subject. School is starting on Tuesday. So I have just 3 basic tips to help people that are living in 2-family households for their kids going back to school.
Okay, good.
All right. So the first is review the parenting plan. And what I mean is sometimes school schedules are different than summer schedules. Sometimes the kids have to start getting up earlier or going to bed earlier. So you want to review that with your ex or the other parent to make sure that both of you are on the same page. And also so the kids know, this is what the new schedule is going to be.
Okay.
The second thing is use a Google Calendar or some other type of shared calendar because schedules can get a little crazy, especially if you have more than one kid and they're in more than one activity or maybe they go to different schools. Make sure you have a calendar that lists all those things out there and then keep the children in the loop on those calendars as well so they know what's going on.
That is a good one. I know a couple right now that is going through a lot of, you didn't tell me she had a dance competition in Chicago. You didn't tell me that you needed her that weekend. So shared calendar, good one.
Yeah, and everything, even like school closures, there's dismissals, early dismissals, things like that so everybody knows. And then the third one is it's important to inform teachers and the school that you have a blended family or that you're going through a divorce for a couple reasons. One, they can keep an eye on your child and see how they're doing emotionally. The second thing is it simplifies communications, drop-offs, pickups, maybe who's going to be picking up on a certain day, or maybe someone has a new partner or a new spouse and that person's going to pick up. You want to make sure the school knows that so they allow the child to go with that person. And also then the school can send out 2 packets of books or 2 packets of information to both parents.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, listen, there's a lot of people that are getting ready to go back to school and a lot of people who benefit from those. But here's the other thing to remember. If your other parent in your relationship is not cooperating, and some people will not cooperate just to get a dig in at you, call Jonathan. He can help you out. If the other person is not, if they go, you know what? Sorry, taking Junior to Chicago this weekend. I know it's not your week. I know it's my whatever. Then you're arguing about that. Then the other parent's being difficult. Call Jonathan because he can help you out with divorce, mediation, payments, support, all of that kind of thing. Call Jonathan or find him online at FogelFamilyLaw.com. FOGEL, FogelFamilyLaw.com. Or if you want to punch a number into your phone right now, what is your number, Jonathan?
It is 612-822-6244.
244. Jonathan, if you can come by about 4 o'clock this afternoon, I've got an ingrown hair that I need you to help me dig.
Yeah,
You know what? I
come by.
just realized something came up on my calendar.
Okay.
It's a little bit busy.
Fine. Jonathan, have a great weekend. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right, you too. Take care, guys.